Hello and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So if you're new here, I am a professional life coach and I help men and women to know more of who they truly are, to connect with who they truly are, and as a result, have the lives that they want, have the dating and relationships that they want. So that's a summary of what I do. So let's just get into the video. So as you can tell by the title, what I'm going to be talking about today is how I see in my own experience and in the work that I do with women, how it can harm a relationship when a woman is overgiven. And before I go into it, I want to add a little bit of context. So if a woman is really connected to her feminine energy, the healthy feminine is to feel really nurturing, really connected to her heart, and to be loving, to be caring, to find it easy to talk to her male partner when he's going through something, when he's struggling with something. It's really easy for her to be loving and caring and nurturing. The reason that I'm sharing that and why it's important is because it's very effortless for a woman to be like that. And I'm describing this in a kind of textbook way, but I want to share from our own experience is that I know that I'm a very loving, giving, nurturing woman. And that when I'm with a man and he is going through something challenging emotionally or whatever it is in his life, it's very easy for me to be loving and to listen and to be supportive and to be nurturing. What I've seen in my own life, and I often see in women's lives when it comes to their dating experiences and in relationships, is that sometimes we overgive. And what we don't recognize very subtly is often playing out. And as I say, it's subtle because a lot of women don't realize that this is happening, is that in a sense, they're giving about 80%. They're the ones that are asking, when are we going to meet again? When are we going to see each other? And they're the ones that are putting in more of the effort in the relationship. They're the ones that are nurturing the relationship. What I often see happen, and I also see this because I work with men, I mainly work with men, is that men like the chase. They're programmed to like the chase. They're programmed to like the pursuit of a woman. Happens particularly with men that are high achieving, and more of this in another video, is that they get comfortable. So when this woman is giving her 80% and all the effort is mainly on the woman's side and she's thinking a lot about the relationship and putting a lot of energy into the relationship, he's the one leaning back. Now, the reason I say that this can really harm the relationship is, first of all, there's no balance in energy. Now, of course, in a relationship, life happens, she gets busy or he has this going on in his life, so it's not always going to be balanced. But if there's always an imbalance where, say, it's always him making all the effort or she's always the one making all the effort and putting more energy and thinking into the relationship, then of course it's going to create dysfunction within the relationship. It's not going to create a healthy relationship. It's not going to feel like the relationship that you want it to feel. So I want to say to the ladies, the way that you're going to notice this is that if in your relationship you notice, maybe, as I said, maybe you're the one that's always making the plans, you feel like you're the one nurturing the relationship, you're the one wanting to have the hard conversations, whereas he's avoiding and moving away from them. What some people may say is, oh, just don't be in the relationship. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is that if you start to see this, the thing that's really gonna put you back into the relationship with yourself, because that comes first above everything and anything in your life, is to lean back, lean way back. And the reason being is because what I shared at the start, the context around you're naturally going to overgive as a woman. Notice that you're very nurturing, supportive, loving. It's not to say that men are not those things, but a woman, as I said, connected to her heart, her feminine energy, it's just very easy for her to do. What I mean by lean back is focus on you. What are the things that you want to create in your life? Maybe you're wanting to travel. Maybe you are wanting to improve your health, improve your fitness. Put all of your energy and the thinking that you put into nourishing your relationship and place it instead on yourself. We're not saying to leave the relationship, not right now anyway, maybe in the future if that's what you decide to do. For now, notice it and bring your energy back to yourself. Now, in doing this, it's going to do either two things. One, it is going to make your relationship better because he's going to see that in you leaning back and not putting all of the work in being the one that's basically driving the relationship, he's going to see, oh shit, I'm in this relationship too. And I have to put an equal amount of effort and energy into spending time together, into having intimate conversations, and to building the relationship, strengthening your connection. Because the truth is he does have to do that work. You both do. It's a relationship. It's two people in the relationship. That's great if that happens because that tells you a lot. That tells you about the strength of your relationship. And it could show that he was just really busy at that time. And obviously things happen, life unfolds. The other thing that could happen in you doing this is he does nothing. That nothing changes. And that you find you're primarily the one that is still driving the relationship. So you're still giving 80%. If we look at this as a visual, you're still giving 80% of the relationship. And he's just kind of coasting along, very comfortable, not really giving you much time, not really talking to you very much, having proper conversations, not being very present, things like this. Lots of different ways in which you can see it. What I want you to do is then check in with yourself and ask yourself this question. Is this what I want for myself? Do I want to be the one that is always putting most of the energy, attention, effort, thinking into this relationship? Because remember, a relationship takes two people to work. For the men in this, what you want to start to see, and maybe this is a separate video in of itself, you could be losing her. You could be losing her whilst you're distracted, whilst you're feeling you felt comfortable in the relationship and you think that, you know, everything is fine and that you can just go be distracted by your work or anything like that. Men really need to start waking up to is that she is only gonna, well, some women are not gonna put up with that at all, but she is only gonna put up with that for so long. It depends on what kind of woman you're dealing with. Because remember, again, I've said this and I'll say this, but I'm gonna say this again. Relationship takes two people. It takes two people doing the work. Ladies, for the ladies listening to this, watching this, lean back. Notice that you're the one giving, putting most of the energy, effort into the relationship. Lean right back and focus on you. Focus on your life and what you want to create. The question that you want to ask yourself is, if you're building a future with this man, what you're experiencing is a sign of what might be to come later on. Do you really want that for yourself? To be in a relationship and feel like you're in a relationship alone and not really feel like you're in a relationship? Or do you want to be in a partnership? Because a partnership is truly two people that it's like this. And what I mean by like this is that maybe he's giving more time and attention and energy to the relationship at this time because you have other stuff going on. And then it's back to you giving more because he has stuff going on. And then sometimes it feels equal. It feels like there's balance within the relationship, and that's always what you want to be striving for. But if you have been, let's say, in a relationship or casually dating a guy and you're not in a committed stage and you're already seeing this, where you're the one putting in all the effort, that's where I would say you really want to start asking yourself, is this something that I want to sign up for? Because what you want to start to see it as is that, particularly when you're in the stage of getting to know him, that is your free trial in a sense. trialing each other. In the free trial, he's not giving you as much time and attention and energy into getting to know each other and connecting and finding out whether this is something that you want to commit to. I wouldn't even say lean back in that case. I would say walk away, take yourself away. And a man that really wants to pour into you, because you're going to do the same. Because if you're truly connected to your heart and your feminine energy, you're just going to naturally do that if you love him and you respect him and you want to be with him. There's nothing that you're really going to need to do in order for you to be so loving and caring towards him. Hopefully that's helpful. Let me know if you have any other questions, and I'll see you on the next video.